10th, 11th, and 12th grade.
How good was the team?
Terrible. We didn't have a coach. We never. Our principal was our coach, and he didn't didn't know the first thing about basketball. So we just played like a scrimmage all the time. Got beat most of the time.
You were a starter?
Yeah.
What position?
In my senior year.
What position?
I was a guard.
Oh. Football? You play that? We
didn't have football.
Baseball?
No baseball.
No. What kind of gym did you have?
Don't ask Shirley. We had a nice gym, just a small school gym.
And did you play cook?
Yeah.
Did you beat them?
Oh, I don't think so. We played Cherry and Embarrass and TM, Cotton. Yeah. We're having real candles on our Christmas tree. We didn't have anything really as a Christmas that I can remember, much more than if we got presents, it was clothes. Might have been a pair of, they didn't call them jeans then, we got a pair of overalls and some socks maybe underwear. I doubt it. We didn't have a really celebrated Christmas. Maybe food. We had lutefisk.
Lutefisk for Christmas.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's tradition, yeah.
How about, you said you spoke, what language do you speak around the house?
The folks talked Finn and we talked English.
Now, how about the older ones? Did they talk?
They must have talked Finn. Because they talk good Finn now, yet today, like Esther does, and Siggy can talk good Finn. And
where did you learn English?
I don't remember anything but speaking English right from the day I started talking. I never talked Finn that I can remember. I could talk Finn. I can understand all the Finn, but I don't talk it anymore because I haven't used it for so many years. We had most of our neighbors were Finn, so you had to, and they couldn't talk English, so you had to talk some Finn to talk to them. The Tuomalas and the Kutsis and the Peltonens and Syvenens and all those people.
So, well, like, did they read did they have newspapers?
We always got a newspaper. We got the Duluth Herald and a Finnish newspaper.
Where did that come from, the Finnish newspaper?
Duluth.
No, but they obviously quit printing it years ago, huh?
The snowman's son.
I think so.
Okay, but at school it was strictly English.
Strictly English. There was no Finn ever mentioned.
How did you get there?
We had the first year I went, John Hackaloff, our bus driver, who was my brother-in-law at one time, had a brand new 1935 Dodge school bus, and they were privately owned in those days. And then we had several changes, probably 3 changes, but they were all privately owned buses at the time I went to school.
Did they have a heater in them?
Pretty good heater, but the first bus had the exhaust manifold ran along the edge of the seats, and it ran so hot that if you put your rubber boots on them, they could burn.
How many kids on the bus?
I wouldn't even begin to guess, maybe 20. We were 5 miles from the school, but we rode almost 20, picking up kids.
Talk about how lucky you were.
And I think we rode.
The family was a big family, and they had nothing. And before hot lunch, we had to save some of our lunch for the trip home, then, because it's a long trip home. And I can remember one of the boys or kids asking each other that, can I have one of your good mustard sandwiches? And the other thing that they had in those days, they couldn't afford butter unless you had cows and could churn your own butter. They had lard in their sandwiches.
Oh.
So what did you have, a hot lunchroom in the school?
Then, when we got hot lunch, we had to bring our own utensils, the first meals, and then you didn't have to have your own utensils after that, but the cooks washed them, but mostly soups, like a stew or soup. Yeah?
How many kids in a classroom?
Don't remember at all.
What was it, more than one grade, obviously, per class?
Oh yeah, they all had first, second, and third together, and then fourth and fifth, and then seventh and eighth.
That's as far as it went?
And then the older ones then went single classes. I mean, yeah, 9th grade alone, 10th grade alone.
Oh. Now, how many in your senior class?
14. I was the second smartest boy.
And how many boys were there?
There was 12 girls.
Don't forget to tell about your upper choppers. They feed you.
No, or what?
Your upper choppers.
Oh,
There.
yeah, I got my.
You willed your upper choppers to somebody.
Yeah, I got my false teeth between the junior and senior year during summer vacation, so I willed my upper choppers to somebody.
Yeah.
I drove Ainer's truck with a wood platform on him after and I went to a movie at the Comic
You were
Theater.
very young, weren't you?
Probably about 14.
Yeah.
And we went to the movie and we had met Harry Ensman on the swamp by Gustafson's. And he blames me for forcing him off the road, but he got into a soft shoulder there and it pulled him into the ditch. Well, being that I was that young, Esther said, we better keep going and hide the truck. So we hid it behind the theater, but Harry found us. I had to go from the movie and pull him out. And you greased up the dynamite and the fuse and lit the fuse and then dropped it in up over the edge of the boat and then paddled away.
And then that's how you went fishing?
Sometimes Harry and I did it several times, and Art Conio and I did it. DuPont spinner.
Yeah, Barb. Yeah, there's